here today. Recognize some of our partners, Jim Fleck from BNI, Joel Bezoin from Bank of America, James Kirby, who's come in from U.S. Conference of Mayors, Rich Hominick, Executive Director of the Housing Authority, and our other Homes partners, Mary, our Habitat partners, and we're all doing great things here in the community. Today we're here to kick off another great year for our Homes partnership, Homeownership Made Easy in Schenectady. When I created the Homes program to highlight the value of Schenectady's neighborhoods, homeownership is such a key part in building value in our neighborhoods, creating stability that expands our tax base, lowers crime, and improves educational outcomes. Schenectady is filled with real value. We offer an exciting downtown, great restaurants, unique neighborhood businesses in a variety of neighborhoods from our historic Stockade to the GE plot, along with Woodlawn, the North Side, Stockade, Mount Pleasant, and Bellevue. A key part of helping families achieve the dream of home ownership is helping people understand the value and access to opportunities that are available. Now I'd like to introduce Jim Flack, the Executive Director of our partner, Better Neighborhoods Incorporated, to speak about the great home buyer education program that we have and coming up with new additions for this year. Jim?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's great to be here today to talk about the exciting opportunities for families that one day hope to own a home here in Schenectady, because there's a lot happening. Our city's housing market is on the rebound. There are many opportunities to buy a home in the city. Local banks have assistance programs for new buyers who can receive up to $4 for each dollar saved. And Better Neighborhoods has a program to provide families with housing counseling to help them understand the buying process. The homeownership workshops that BNI is providing in conjunction with the city are happening on April 30th and May 1st of this year at the Schenectady Armory building. These are a three-part series of classes that review all the steps of home buying, from affordability to selecting mortgages and choosing a bank, to working with realtors and attorneys. They are performed in a group setting, but they also help clients answer individual questions about home buying. These workshops are led by our housing counselors and involve participation by realtors, bankers, and other professionals involved in home buying. Our staff of counselors can also provide individual counseling for each client. In assisting home buyers, BNI's housing counselors will sit down with every client and review their individual financial situation. If the client has credit problems, for example, or too much debt to be able to afford a home, we help them come up with a plan to solve these problems. We guide homeowners into a position where they can be a solid, sustainable homeowners in our city. We then guide clients through the steps of deciding how much they can afford to spend on a home, how to research and select a home, and we walk them through all the other steps of purchasing a home, including working with realtors, bankers, and attorneys. And we do this with individual counseling in individual sessions, free of charge to clients. So it's with the support of the mayor and the city that we are able to provide this free counseling, and it's because the mayor and our city council understand how important home ownership is to the strength and livelihood of our neighborhoods that we are able to provide this important service. The purchase of a home can be daunting for new owners who have lots of questions to be answered and lots of decisions to be made. Our job as counselors is to assist buyers in making these decisions and understanding the consequence of each. I urge families in our city who hope to own a home to call our offices or go to the Better Neighborhoods website to sign up for a workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you for the work that you do and your team does to make our community better and stronger. When I became mayor, we began to focus on working with banks and realtors to better market the value of home ownership in Schenectady and show the opportunities that existed within our community. And we continue to build on those partnerships and those relationships. Now I'd like to introduce Joel Bezoin, Bank of America, to introduce us to a new mortgage option that's being offered in Schenectady, which will help people access the dream of home ownership. Joel?
Thank you, Gary. Good morning, everyone. My name is Joel Bezoin. I'm the Home Loan Manager for Bank of America in upstate New York. First, I'd like to introduce the Affordable Loan Solution Mortgage, a loan that provides low and moderate income home buyers access to a responsible lending product with counseling at affordable entry prices. There is a need today in the marketplace for more responsible mortgage products that enable creditworthy home buyers who meet certain income limits and other requirements to become homeowners at an affordable entry point with comprehensive counseling. What makes this product even more special is the partnership with Self-Help Venture Funds and Freddie Mac. The bank will sell the loans, including servicing rights to Self-Help, which will provide post-closing counseling for any borrowers who might be experiencing payment difficulties. Loan servicing will be immediately transferred after origination to Self-Help's designated specialty servicer, who will handle all loans regardless of future performance. Affordable Loan Solution will allow down payments as low as 3% with a 660 FICO on the purchase of primary single-family residences in Schenectady with no reserve funds required in most situations. The mortgage will be available through all of Bank of America mortgage sales channels, including mortgage loan offices and across the country with 4,700 branches, bankofamerica.com, and mortgage experts by phone. The second very exciting announcement is a wonderful partnership with the City of Schenectady, which is, of course, near and dear to my heart. Bank of America is pleased to be the founding sponsor of the DollarWise campaign, and this support enables the bank to create local impact while focusing on strengthening financial education and literacy efforts providing to residents, youth, and family. DollarWise has been supported by the Bank of America Charitable Foundation since 2004. During this time, a total of 60 cities have been awarded the grant, either through innovation or summer youth grants. And now it isn't just summer, but year-round programming. Bank of America's underwriting enables campaign initiatives such as DollarWise Month, Summer Youth Campaign, and Innovation in Summer Youth Program grants. Support enables the bank to create local impact while focusing on strengthening financial education and literacy efforts provided to residents, youth, and families. DollarWise is a significant way we can collectively help reach people of all ages. Thank you, Mayor McCarthy, for your leadership in trying to reach a family's financial well-being. Thank you.
Joel, thank you that you've been with us for a long time, and appreciate your support and guidance and your innovative ideas and working with us. Thank also to Bank of America for sponsoring the DollarWise program and the U.S. Conference of Mayors for selecting Schenectady's application this year. The DollarWise program is dedicated to the idea that all Americans can benefit from increased access to financial education. We're honored to be a supporter of this program, and now I'd like to introduce James Kirby, the Assistant Director of the Council on Metro Economies in the New American City in the U.S. Conference of Mayors, to discuss the DollarWise program and the importance of financial literacy. James?
Thank you so much. Good morning, and thank you for having me today. I'm honored to be here on this tremendous occasion. DollarWise Mayors for Financial Literacy is the financial education initiative of the U.S. Conference of Mayors. We believe that when Americans have access to the necessary resources to properly manage their money, their communities become stronger and their overall quality of life becomes better. Residents in public housing specifically understand this reality, which is why each year, DollarWise awards a $15,000 innovation grant to a city that provides innovative and effective financial education training to residents in public housing. For 2016, DollarWise has awarded an innovation grant to the City of Schenectady to help families in assisted housing escape from long-term debt. With DollarWise funds, Schenectady's Municipal Public Housing Authority and Family Self-Sufficiency Program will develop a financial education curriculum that will start the most vulnerable families on a path towards self-sufficiency. In a moment, we'll invite Richard Homeowner from Schenectady's Municipal Public Housing Authority to say a few words on this wonderful program. I would like to give a big thank you to the Bank of America Charitable Foundation, our founding sponsor, for making this grant possible. And I'd like to thank Mayor McCarthy and the City of Schenectady for recognizing financial education within public housing as a prominent issue. With that said, please join me in congratulating Mayor McCarthy and the City of Schenectady, winner of the DollarWise 2016 Innovation Grant. And we've got a big check over here. Let's take a quick photo of this. We get a Bank of America news. Rich.
Is it good? Do you want us to step back?
Thank you very much.
We like those big checks, even though that when I've gone to the bank, there seems to be some hesitancy for those tellers to take it. They like the smaller ones. But partnerships are key to my administration. We make our community stronger by working together and to create change. The DollarWise program will benefit the City of Schenectady, the Schenectady School District, and the Municipal Housing Authority. This $15,000 grant will enhance our existing financial literacy programming with a focus on families that are struggling with long-term debt and with the lack of basic financial education that is necessary to set them on the path toward a solid financial future. I'd like to introduce Richard Homeowner, the Executive Director of the Schenectady Municipal Housing Authority, to discuss some of the plans ahead for this great program. Richard?
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the need for this grant. Each month, approximately 400 of the 1,000 families in public housing make a late rent payment and incur a $15 late rent fee. Approximately 320 people don't make that payment until the 14th of the month and incur further fees now that we've entered the process of involving a process server to serve them for a court appearance. Approximately 100 people are petitioned to court and actually have to appear in court, and 42 more people have to incur expenses through the process of serving a 3-day notice and the fees involved in there. And ultimately, and unfortunately, approximately 5 families a month will lose their public housing apartment and to an eviction for non-payment of rent, and also incur another $121 fee to pay the sheriff for the work that they do to administer that process. So we're looking at nearly $150 of fees added on top of the money they owe to pay rent. It's a problem, it's a recurring problem, and DollarWise is giving us the resources to create a solution. Our solution is to utilize this money for the families that are most in need, the families that are the most recurring, have the most recurring court appearances, have the most recurring issues with rent payment. Identify those folks, and instead of evicting them, providing them with an incentive to enter our program, which will involve the Schenectady City School District, a basic assessment of their ability to conduct themselves in the classroom environment and understand the material, and then followed by, after group involvement of financial counseling, a one-on-one counseling program to get at the root of what it is that's causing them to be unable to make the most important payment of the month, which is their shelter for them and their children. We are beginning to create the curriculum. We're moving ahead strongly with this program, and our outcomes that we expect are moving families from a state of debt to a state of being involved in a self-sufficiency program that will ultimately move them up to a living wage and moving them from the public housing environment into a life of self-sufficiency. So this money, thank you to the U.S. Conference of Mayors, James, and thank you to Mayor McCarthy for the opportunity for the Housing Authority to take part in this partnership.
I want to again thank everyone for coming today, helping families establish the financial skills toward fiscal stability plays a key role in creating a strong community, improving the quality of life. We want to thank Bank of America and the U.S. Conference of Mayors for their support of our initiatives to improve the financial literacy and promote home ownership. We also want to thank our partners at the Schenectady City School District, the Schenectady Municipal Housing Authority, Better Neighborhoods for partnering with us in these critical programs. And I invite everyone to join us this Sunday for our monthly open house as we work with realtors and bankers to showcase home ownership opportunities that exist within the community and the great value that is here. And Mary, those are generally from 1 to 3 this Sunday? 1 to 3, and that list will be coming out later today and tomorrow, and look forward to seeing people this weekend. Have a good afternoon.